My gorgeously Oni, it is all going to start on the 3rd of July 2024. On the 3rd of July, you are indeed going to have such a lovely surprise, such a nice surprise. And trust me, you did not expect this whatsoever. So you can literally expect the unexpected. And that means that the reason why you're going to feel so happy, you know why? It's to do with this happy surprise, really positive news, which is going to open your eyes and it's instantly going to elevate you, because now you are going to be able to start planning something that's so big to you, something that's so important to you. This is marking the beginning of such a significant stage in your life, my gorgeously Oni, because you have been waiting for this for a while, but also within the last 2 or 3 months, you were worrying quite a lot actually, because certain things didn't happen, certain things didn't take place. With another words, there were several things that have been affected in your life when it comes to things like kind of slowing down, slowing down a bit. So on the 3rd of July, this day, it's also like kind of, this is a marking like the beginning of such a beautiful stage in your life where, the energy is about to shift. And it's not only about this really happy surprise. It's not only about you knowing, oh my God, I can start planning something finally. That's exactly how you're going to feel. Oh my God, I can finally start planning. I can finally start planning. My gorgeously Oni, you're going to feel alive again. This is such a powerful and rejuvenating point in your life. On the 3rd of July, it's also worth to mention that you are going to need to learn something really, really quickly. Okay? Please do not forget this, that you are going to need to learn something really, really quickly. And it's to do with you opening your mind, expanding your plans, and realizing that now at this stage of your life, it's absolutely crucial for you to start coming out of your comfort zone indeed. So whatever you're going to realize you need to learn, this is going to be completely connected to the fact that you are going to need to start coming out of your comfort zone. Okay? The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be number 5. Number 5, sorry, did I say before I go even any further? Sorry, what am I talking about? Before I go any further, sorry, my gorgeous Leonie, your number in numerology, it's number 8. Number 8, it's a very, very powerful number. Number 8, it's a very, very strong number indeed. It means that you are going to have a good luck throughout these months, okay? But it also means that there are going to be several ideas and several realizations you are going to have in terms of money and finances. This stage is ridiculously important for you to understand that the part of this preparation, that this is all like a one big preparation where you are gonna at the same time gonna need to make sure that your finances are, kind of intact. So that in itself means that there are gonna be like a several ideas and several realizations you are gonna have throughout this month when it comes to money and when it comes to finances. That means that there are going to be certain ideas which are going to be brilliant for your financial situations. Maybe you could kind of start new things and things like that, or try new things. But also you're also going to realize when it comes to the number 8, where your money is like kind of going without you even wanting your money to go towards this direction. Does that even make sense? There are a couple of occasions you're going to have. One is going to be at the beginning of this month, and another one is going to be at around the end of this month. Two different things where you're going to realize that maybe you signed up for something and you forgot that your money is like kind of going, or draining. somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So you're really going to be surprised. But this is important, because you don't want your money to kind of drain somewhere completely unnecessarily. Maybe you signed up for some kind of subscription or something like that. So there are a couple of things that you are that are going to be brought to your attention one way or another. One is going to be at the beginning of July, and another one is going to be at around the end of July. Of course, that this is going to lead towards you doing the right thing when it comes to your finances, indeed. So now the next important date, it's going to be on the 5th of July. So the first one is the 3rd, the next is going to be on the 5th of July. On the 5th of July, my God, I like this so much because you know what? It's like some kind of a very terrible situation in between you and somebody else is finally going to come to an end. And there was, maybe you were like really not getting on with somebody for a while. There was somebody who, this person is either your family member, or this is like your really an amazing friend, maybe you've fallen out with, things like that. But there was some kind of disagreement that happened in between you and the one particular person in your life, my gorgeous Leonie. There was some kind of disagreement that happened in between you and one other person in your life. And I'm glad that this disagreement is going to come to an end, because this is somebody who's rather prominent in your life. And you just don't want to kind of like carry on maybe fighting or arguing with this particular person. So you are going to be able to prove your point to this person really, really successfully, and something wonderful is actually going to happen, and you and that particular person are indeed going to reconnect. And I know that this is going to mean to you so much. So it's about you reconnecting with the one specific person in your life. This is actually going to be really good for both of you, to be quite honest with you, because there is this immense process of healing which is going to take place, and it's going to start healing both of you. So that means that, there was something rather negative going on for a while in between you and that particular person, and it started to affect both of your lives. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 7th of July. This is absolutely brilliant. Oh my goodness. On the 7th of July, this is going to be a really good day indeed. You know why? Because you are going to be extremely happy, because it's to do with the results from your hard work. Something is really going to start paying off for you here like there is no tomorrow. So you're going to feel very happy. It's to do with the result from your hard work. It's to do with you like kind of realizing that maybe, not necessarily that you were wasting your time with something, but no, I shouldn't use these words. It's about you realizing that, something is going to start like kind of paying off for you. And this is brilliant, because at the same time, it's not about something starting to pay off for you that you have already been working on, but this is also, you're going to find this extremely, extremely rewarding, because now you will know what do you need to kind of give more of your attention to. What do because it's to do with the specific goal that you are kind of working towards when it comes to whatever you find rewarding here. But it's more about this revelation which this is bringing with itself. Really, it's about this revelation, my gorgeous Leonie, when it comes to exactly which specific goal do you need to put more energy towards. More you need to put more towards it now. And this is going to make you feel really, really good, because at the same time, it's gonna you're not gonna be worrying anymore, but it's more about you kind of like really just knowing, what exactly specific do you need to kind of need to put more energy towards. You need to take something on the next level right now. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's gonna be on the 8th of July. On the 8th of July, this message, oh my God, this message, it's really going to make you feel so good. Not only this message, it's like kind of going to really show you the direction your life it's about to start taking. This is going to be so big. One message on the 8th of July, it's going to make you aware of which direction your life is going towards and how quickly things are happening for you. Yet again, it's number 8. That's your number. When it comes to this month, my gorgeous Leonia, that's normally your number anyway. So you see how many signs you actually having in terms of this number. So you will know which direction your life is going and how fast. You know how happy you're gonna be here. You're gonna be extremely happy because now you're gonna be looking at your future. You will be having all sorts of ideas what you're gonna do. You're gonna start planning again, but then at the same time, the reason why you're gonna feel so excited, the reason why you're going to feel so happy, because you're going to realize finally, my gorgeous Leonie, that you know that your visions are about to become reality. You know, your visions are about to become reality. And this is why you're going to be so excited. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 15th of July. On the 15th of July, my gorgeous Leonie, you are indeed going to have such a moment, very strange moment. Something is going to remind you of your childhood. Something is going to remind you of your past on the 15th of July. And you are going to be thinking, you are going to be thinking about certain aspects of your life and you're going to feel good. Maybe this is going to be your childhood. Maybe this is going to be not as far as your childhood, but I know that you are going to be thinking about certain memories and you are indeed going to become really, really nostalgic. It looks like something is going to be triggered within you, and it looks like you're going to be missing the certain lifestyle, for example. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to be like that. Oh my God, suddenly you're going to tap into something really specific. You're going to tap into something really specific here, my gorgeous Leonie, and you are going to realize exactly what do you need to do when it comes to some kind of restriction in your life. Somehow you're going to be reminded of some kind of restriction that is getting on your nerves so much. Your life became a little bit uncomfortable when it comes to this particular restriction. So now suddenly one thing is going to, of course, lead into another, and you are going to somehow realize through your own past, through your own nostalgia, how to get rid of some kind of restriction in your life. And you are going to do that very successfully within the next few, because there is something that you're going to do, the certain move, the certain step, and within the next few days, you're already going to have this really powerful confirmation. And when it comes to that confirmation, this is also the beginning of time where everything is going to start becoming so enlightening for you. This is going to enlighten you because you did the right thing. And that's exactly how things are going to feel indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the next important date. It's going to be on the 22nd of July. On the 22nd of July, oh my God. Now, this is brilliant. I'm so happy for you because it's to do with a big achievement. It is to do with a big recognition, and it is to do with a rather nice success here indeed. You're going to feel extremely proud of yourself on the 22nd of July. You really are. And it's this success. Why is it going to be so important to you? Not only because of money, not only because of finances, not only because of a really big achievement, but this is going to be like something really personal here. The reason why you're going to feel so happy, it's not because of this big achievement, it's not because of this big success. All this is going to be absolutely fine, but it's more about you understanding how much more practical your life in general is going to become after this moment in time. This is why you're going to feel so, so, so happy. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 25th of July. On the 25th of July, you're going to have this absolutely beautiful, gorgeous experience. And this beautiful experience you're going to have on the 25th of July, it's really going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you aware of, number one, what's missing in your life. And number two, there is also such a brilliant idea you're going to have. Okay, when it comes to that brilliant idea, it's connected to what you think and what you feel like it's missing in your life. I really suggest you to do something about it immediately. The sooner you do something about it, the sooner this process of unfoldment is actually going to begin. Okay, the next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 27th of July. On the 27th of July, I'm sorry, but somebody is really kind of going to let you down a little bit. There is somebody that you're going to realize that you cannot trust here whatsoever. And you're not going to like this. You're not going to like this because maybe there are certain things that you have said to this person that you're worrying that that person is going to say maybe to other people. Maybe it's to do with some private stuff, some really personal things to you. And I know that this is really kind of going to give you a bit of a headache, but you have got nothing to worry about. Whatever this person, whatever you say to this person, it's going to be fine, because I don't think this person is going to say anything to anybody, but I think it's more about you being more upset about somebody rather than anything else. But this in itself, it's going to be a really important sign for you that you really need to hurry up with making some kind of a decision here. And which decision I'm talking about? Well, you know what? It is based on a really wise advice that somebody told you like a last month, like about a month ago. You're going to remember this really wise advice that somebody told you like about a month ago, and for some reason you're going to remember that when you kind of feel a little bit let down by this particular person. So you see that this is actually going to kind of bring the best out in you, my gorgeous Leonie, because again, one thing it's going to lead into another. It is, yes, you are going to be disappointed about one particular person, but it's more about you realizing that a little bit later on, you will forgive to this person. A little bit later on, you will forgive to this person because you will realize that, you had so much pressure at around this particular time that maybe, you have taken this like, way worse than what it could have been. It's just to do with something really little, and it's to do with something really petty. And later on, you're going to reconnect with this person anyway. So it's not somebody evil, it's not somebody horrible, but it's more about your own spirituality at this very moment in time, and why exactly you're going to remember this advice that somebody have actually given you, which is actually really crucial at this stage. And you would never ever remember this advice if this situation didn't happen. I know this sounds really crazy, but of course, honestly, this particular person, it's not somebody evil, it's not somebody horrible, and you will see that if you would like really not speak to this person ever again, you would have made like an impulsive mistake, because it's not as what you're going to hear, it's not as bad as it's kind of is going to sound to start with. But just because emotionally you're going to be going through the certain issues, this is going to be like kind of amplified. Okay, the next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 29th. It's going to be on the 29th and the 30th of July. Why these 2 days are going to be so important? You know why? Because you're going to become, oh my God, there is something you're going to discover. There is something big you're going to discover. What are you going to discover? It's not only going to make you feel so passionate, but it's also going to bring a huge, massive problem to an end. There is something important you're going to discover, my gorgeous Leonie. And what are you going to discover? It's not only something which is going to make you feel so passionate, it's to do with your passion, but it's also at the same time going to bring the specific specific problem to an end. Okay, and this particular problem that is going to be brought to an end, it's also like kind of really at this stage within the last 2 days of July. This is going to be so important because that particular problem that you will be able to bring to an end with what you're going to find out, you will literally going to be able to make the probably the biggest one of the biggest decisions of your entire life, one of the biggest decisions of your entire life. This big decision, one of the biggest decisions of your entire life, you're going to make on the 29th and the 30th of July. It's most certainly to do with you making this massive step, the bigger one of the biggest steps you've ever made when it comes to your whole life will change. This is going to lead towards like a biggest lifestyle change in general. Maybe you will decide to move on somewhere else. Maybe you will decide to change your home completely. Maybe you will decide to change your garden completely. But if you have got a garden, but it is a really, what are you going, this decision, it's going to lead towards the biggest change. And let me tell you, life is going to change completely after this moment in time. You have to trust yourself. You have to follow your passion. You have to follow your intuition, my gorgeous Leonie. Now it's time. So now I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. Like, oh my goodness, listen to me very carefully. You are going to be very, very happy. Both of you are going to be ridiculously happy. You are going to have a reason to celebrate. Your partner is going to tell you something, the certain news. Your partner is going to tell you something that they decided to do, and something that you wanted to do for such a long time, but there were certain things that were down to your partner. I'm not saying that you do only what your partner tells you to do. Please don't get me wrong, but there is something that you wanted to do for absolute ages, but and it's to do with a certain step, certain move, and your partner is very smart, very intelligent, just like you are. But I think that your partner is very like kind of careful and trying to make sure that everything is going to be done perfectly, that everything is going to be done correctly. So therefore, it looks like your partner is going to be ready, finally ready to do something so big, something so massive, something so enormous that you have been looking forward to, my gorgeous Leonie, for absolute ages. But it has been down to your partner, like kind of to make the final decision. And I'm not saying that, don't get me wrong, you're not kind of listening to your partner. What do you need to do? It's just about two people talking and just like coming up with a certain conclusions. And you wanted to do this for absolute ages. So that's why you're going to feel so excited. Your partner is indeed going to pleasantly surprise you. And they're going to tell you that they are finally ready to kind of start moving on, with your lives, because they're finally ready to do what you wanted to do for so long, and you are going to feel so, so, so happy. And this is why you are, my gorgeous Leonie, going to have a reason to celebrate. After this month of July, there is so much that is going to start changing in your life. You're going to be so busy, both of you, and you're going to absolutely love it. And this is exactly what you should focus on. And there is, I mean, of course, it's always something, but there is an important compromise you are going to need to make. And also, my gorgeous Leonie, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, okay, there is this very interesting person who is going to cross your path this month. There is no doubt about it. And I like this person. Somebody very complex, but in a nice way. Somebody kind of a little bit mysterious, but also very intelligent. But somebody who is like kind of very happy person, very optimistic person. But for some reason, you are going to think, my gorgeous Leonie, this is for those of you who are single, for some reason you're going to think that that person is a hard work for you. And I don't know why you're going to think this, because it is somebody really nice. It is somebody very kind of open-minded, smart, intelligent, wise, clever. This person is like maybe like a kind of secretive at times, and maybe that's what gives to people a kind of mixed signals or strange signals. But you are, the bottom line is that you are going to come across somebody really nice, and you will really, in July, and you will really know that you can be with this person. You will know that that person likes you. There's no doubt about it. And that's where you're going to find yourself in this situation where you're going to think for some reason that this person is like a hard work, but it's not at all. Once you step into this, my God, my gorgeous Leonie, very quickly you will realize that this is the right person for you. And this person is not a hard work whatsoever. It's just maybe this person is sometimes giving like a mixed signals, as I've already said. But most importantly, you are kind of making the right choice here. And you are going to make that right choice. You are going to think that this is a bit of a hard work, but you are going to really commit yourself to this person eventually. So there is somebody really wonderful who is about to walk into your life. I really like this person indeed. So this is something who is actually going to make a rather nice difference indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. This, my gorgeous people, is a very, very, very powerful and a very, very important pendant, because it is going to detoxify any negativity and any toxicity out of your life. This pendant is also ridiculously powerful because it's so important when it comes to our metabolism as well. To have a healthy metabolism, it's really significant when it comes to our health in general. This peridot is ridiculously powerful because when you wear it, you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. Why? Because what's the best about you, it's highlighted while you're wearing this. So whether you want to attract certain people when it comes to love and when it comes to romance into your life, or whether you're trying to whether you're trying to attract like maybe certain people when it comes to business, when it comes to your career, it's also absolutely brilliant for that as well. It does tend to bring you a really, really good luck when you are doing something financial, when you're focusing on your finances, when you're making like a really important financial decisions, or when you're making important decisions in general, because peridot helps you, like really prevents you from like a really over analyzing, and when we are over analyzing something, then over analyzing can be really, really dangerous, because us over analyzing something we should never be analyzing in the first place only comes from us maybe not feeling confident enough. So this in itself prevents you from over analyzing something you shouldn't analyze, because it does make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Listen to me very carefully. Peridot brings the best out in you because it makes you feel really, really confident in general. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous people. It is ever so important. It is the crystal of expansion, and it is the crystal of a new beginnings. Oh my God, ever so significant for those people who have been stuck for a while. For those people who did not have any changes, in their lives, for those people who are unhappy with their lives, and sometimes subconsciously we are affected by the certain things we are not even realizing that are preventing us to move forward. So peridot has got a power to unlock the best within us. And this element of ourselves, it's like more powerful than we can possibly imagine, but it's very sensitive. So if there is an ounce of like, oh my God, negativity or fear when we have towards something, that's kind of amplified, and without us even realizing, that energy is preventing us from moving forward. So peridot has got a power to keep this energy away, so we can like really do things we want to do. So this is why, it's so important for those people who have been stuck, or those people who felt stuck for a while. Just remember, it attracts the right people, and it attracts the right situations in your life as well. This crystal is ridiculously powerful. Okay, just remember that by wearing peridot, it does not only bring a good luck into your life when it comes to so many things. This crystal brings you a good luck. Okay, this crystal has been used for many years just for that particular reason. Okay, and when it comes to peridot, I'm so excited because I love peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals indeed, because I know when I wear peridot, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I can do what I don't normally feel like I can do. You know what I mean? It gives me the strength. It gives me this energy that I don't normally have. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is what this powerful pendant can actually do. So when it comes to moving on with our lives, this is something we should all have literally. It does bring you like, oh my God, kind of the whole new sense of what you should be doing, because you are reminded of things that maybe you are neglecting just because you did not have a confidence to kind of take on. So this immediately, like kind of like really, as soon as you wear this, you do kind of are reminded of things, certain things in your life in such a way where you kind of start getting really positive ideas. That's the way you're reminded of things that you should be working on, because now suddenly something that you were afraid to start, now suddenly you have these amazing ideas, like incredible ideas, and that's how you are pointed towards the right directions through your own passion, through your own optimism. This in itself, my gorgeous people, is indeed your guiding light. And that's why I absolutely love peridot. And also, why am I so excited? I've been waiting for this for years. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, my gorgeous people. Not that it's like impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to find peridot out there. But when I'm looking for crystals, I'm looking for the very specific crystals. They need to be of a high quality. So this one is a high quality peridot. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this for years, and I only have a limited amount of this. I only have a limited amount of this in stock, my gorgeous people. So I really suggest you to buy this while you can. I'm not saying you can't get a peridot out there, but it is not going to be as a wonderful and such a quality, high quality as this one. Okay, very powerful and natural, a peridot. Okay, so this is why, because I've been waiting for this for years, absolute years, and I have only few of these in stock. And once they're gone, I believe that's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more. And I only have like a few in stock, like literally. And this is honestly, one of the most powerful pendants, and it's so striking. It's so striking. Look at it. Just to have this around your neck. So beautiful, so striking, so natural. So this, my gorgeous people, is something I highly recommend you. This gorgeous peridot comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go on Google and just type in, Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. You can click on it and you will see the first two products, right on top of the store, are gonna be the ones that I'm advertising right now. So this is something I highly suggest you to get. Another thing I recommend you, my gorgeous people, it's the second crystal. Okay, it's called chevron amethyst. Okay, so you all know amethyst. So this is a special type of amethyst, and of course, it's natural. And this amethyst is like so powerful, like probably the most powerful. There are few crystals which are ridiculously powerful when it comes to our third psychic eye. And I did mention some of them, like for example, tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye. There are crystals which are brilliant when it comes to our third psychic eye indeed. Even lapis lazuli is quite good when it comes to our third psychic eye, very powerful. But I would probably say the chevron amethyst, this is a chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. I would probably say, my honest opinion is that this in itself is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to our third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is who we are. Our third psychic eye, it's like who we are on the spiritual level. Our third psychic eye reconnects us with ourselves because we tap into something absolutely mind-blowing. We unlock a ridiculously powerful aspect of ourselves when we wear this, because it is ridiculously powerful when it comes to unlocking the power of a third psychic eye, which means that we just start to see life in a completely different way. Why? Because we become very brave, we become very confident, we become very powerful. I mean, look at this combination, out of this world. Very kind of, when you become brave, when you feel brave, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, at the same time, when the power of your third psychic eye has been unlocked, you need to be prepared to enter the whole new stage of your life, to enter the whole new world, because this is one of the most powerful crystals in terms of the actual guidance. You see what I mean? It just unlocks the power of your third psychic eye, and that in itself means that you enlighten yourself. While you're wearing this, you're enlightening yourself at the same time. Pay attention to how you're going to think while you're wearing this. Pay attention to how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna respond to the certain people and to the certain situations in your life completely differently. There is so much about yourself that you find out along the way, because it starts this unlocking process. The certain things unlock within you. You even start to kind of see the connection in between the all things in general, and that in itself, it's also big. That in itself, it's also important, and also at the same time, my gorgeous people, when it comes to chevron amethyst, it's brilliant because it calms you down. It makes you feel peaceful at a time where, oh my God, the bombs are falling, God forbid, and no, I'm joking, but it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really peaceful. It makes you feel really calm. So if you are going through something like that makes you feel really anxious, that makes you feel really bad, that makes you feel really stressed, as soon as you wear chevron amethyst, it really brings you down. It really brings you down. It is like so, so, so powerful, like, oh my goodness. And also, if you are, persistently stressed, persistently negative, persistently down, persistently sad, if you're going through very kind of strange stages in your life, if you're going through really difficult things, this really helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the same time you become really spiritual, and those things that have been kind of scaring you, they do not scare you anymore. You just start seeing them as like a really important challenges rather than anything else. So it's all like kind of how you see things and how you respond to things, in this life. And if you are having like a sleeping problems or a sleeping difficulty, so you cannot relax whatsoever, chevron chevron. Little French man came out of me. French spirit, hello my darling, where are you, where are you? Now it's like chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. It's also fantastic if you have a problems to relax, if you have a problems with sleeping and things like that. So this is why I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous people, okay? And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in this description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonus in like a shop, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. This is something I highly recommend you indeed. Okay.